gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He might want another play. To the air, it's McMillan. Back open in the middle. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. Good timing on the quick out. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. On the ground, it's Coleman. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Scanning the field, it's McMillan. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Evans. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a...
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Under fire. Quarterback now breaking the field.
And these are the plays the defenses talk about, man. These are the ones that get you in those situations where you can win. You've given up some yards on this drive, but it doesn't matter. When you play great job on second down and force the passing situation, now, man, you get that dime package ready, you get that pass rush package ready, and you're ready to go get the quarterback.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Coleman. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
Yeah, what a nice job finding your matchup, Palmer, on third down. Understanding I got a guy that can catch the ball in the backfield. Nice angle route, getting right there between the linebackers and getting the third down conversion.
It was a really good job, too, David, of the running back that time, setting up like he was going to the flat and the linebacker.
Touchdown, Washington! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a third down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Here he comes with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw, it's Reed. He's got it. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Ooh, there's an example, Jesse, of a receiver making his quarterback look bad. Most of the time, make it look good and cover up for him. All those balls y'all don't throw online, but oof, that would hit him in a pretty good spot. He needs to come down with that.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience, bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's McMillan. Got it in the middle, it's Boston. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He'll bring it out. It's Humphrey. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. and comes out throwing. Gets it to him on the screen. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking for room, it's Moss. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grab near the marker is Bussey. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
I love the start for this quarterback on third down. Third down, obviously money down, got to have success. But to have success early, now it opens up everything. Like, we trust him. He's got a rhythm going. He's feeling good, and he got a lot of confidence.
Finding an escape route. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. It's Bussey. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Ohio State is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Troy Smith, and they're right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Wisconsin. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Running on the Jets. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked up in the Pacific Northwest.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They're going to ride this running back. A very short pickup there, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are
wide open spaces. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And that's why through the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That is just a sideline clinic. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Looking for a crease. It's Coleman. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Dropping back, it's Reed. Snagged in the middle, it's Bussey. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Sweet cut there. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Craver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs, when they see these zone coverages, man, some of them panic. Some of them throw it too quickly and can make bad decisions. I like how he waited a little bit, waited for the right window, the right opportunity. There's always going to be holes in zones. I just got to be a little bit patient.
A&M comes back out with another first down. Looking for room, it's Moss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop on the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Back to throw, it's Reed. He's got it. Lots of running room. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The Aggies are threatening on first and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. The give. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Aggies. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the move, he fires. It's caught downfield. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up one or two.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's McMillan. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Third and short now from their own 48. Making side adjustments here. Takes it from the gun on third down. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Get the ball back and put your offense in business.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And this offense will have to feel pretty good about itself if it can tie the game before halftime. First and goal. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he added the extra point. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Dropping back, it's McMillan. Here's a heat. Got rid of it just in time.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast, and you saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Takes a hit as he fires. This time he's got his man. A big play, gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark knock him out of bounds at the 44.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. The give to the lone running back, fighting off the defender. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yards.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And the Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Bussey. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's Humphrey. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Still running at the 40. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot.
Hey, that's a live ball. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
Well, it was a great job of executing the option by the quarterback. He made the right decision holding on to it. He shows you his athleticism. It's going to be a big play. You've just got to finish it, though. And the defense, they never quit. You saw the effort getting to him and ripping the ball loose.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult.
They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
You know, with defense, it's this pick-or-poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
The give to the tailback. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Washington comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, you wonder that time if the QB was just forcing that one over to his running back. He's already made some catches in this game. The defense is aware of that, though, and that time they had outstanding coverage. There was no way that was going to be complete.
Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Trying to find the end zone. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Fires to the end zone. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Yeah, and linebackers have to do a really good job of playing the run, but you could see sitting back in cover 2, understanding I got to get in my zone, get my eyes on the QB, break on the football. Nice play by that linebacker. Nice pick.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down at 2nd and 6. Back to pass, it's Reed. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
To the air on first down. They go to the wide receiver screen. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Line to change now on 2nd and long. These corners backing off a bit. Grab near the marker. It's Bussey. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver. Really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
You want to end the play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield, making something happen.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Reed. The short hands, it's Bussey.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to run for it. Creates a little space. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
They'll give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass. Bring in the heat. He'll try to do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
3rd down, and these fans trying to make it impossible to communicate. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Pressure coming. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the 4th quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Sends runs it back in motion. They've been running it, but now the pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. Touchdown, Aggie! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. The running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback making checks. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's Boston. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Looking for a man. It's McMillan. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. And how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Washington.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a 44-yard touchdown pass. Coming out with it, it's Humphrey. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Quickly complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Bussey. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, quick throw, getting it out of the quarterback's hands fast. You can't take a sack, obviously, at this point of the game, and you're just trying to matriculate it as quickly as possible down the field to get into field goal range to try and give your team a chance to win.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. That's caught. It's Bussey. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. Offense takes a timeout. 27 seconds left. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quickly to the tight end. Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. Gets it past the marker. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Looking downfield on first down. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Reed. With the catch, it's Moss. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Here comes the field goal unit. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42 and a 52-yard attempt for the game. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42 and a 52-yard attempt for the game. Kick is good. The big leg delivers the winner. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. Guys, this is a type of signature win that can set the tone for the future of a program.
And this is the crazy thing about college football with 18 to 22-year-olds. On any given day, anything can happen. And David, you got to give this team so much credit. They played with their hair on fire and got a tremendous win.
And to keep the belief, like to understand, like I've got a chance to come in and win this game and not just give us lip service. They told us this could happen throughout the week, but they believed. Even when it got a little difficult, got a little up in the air, they kept fighting, they kept believing, and they get the huge win.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.